One of the best things that you can do to increase your value is to simply say no. And in this video, I want to give you reasons why. I'm Juliette Hall. I'm a leadership consultant, speaker, and author of the book, Own Your Opportunities. And I hope that you will like this video. I hope that you will share this video with others who need encouragement. And I also hope that you will take the time to subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you give too much of anything, it loses its value. Let me say that again. When you give too much of anything, it loses its value. I'm reminded of a time when I was growing up in South Carolina, and my elders would say things like, "Don't be so familiar. Don't be so common." And I never really knew what they meant at the time, but as I've gotten older, I totally get it now because it's inherent in our human nature to want the things that we cannot have. We work extra hard for those things that are outside seemingly of our reach. We give more time, more effort into pursuing certain goals or pursuing outcomes or pursuing people that other people just don't have access to. People are blinded by familiarity. As I said earlier, whatever you have access to, whatever is so readily available to you and to others, it doesn't hold the same value as those things that aren't quite as attainable. So, for example, any and everybody can walk up in the dollar store and purchase whatever is there, but not everybody can go to St. John. Not everybody can go to Porsche. Not everybody can go to Ferrari or Rolls Royce. Even I mean, on a more day-to-day example, not everybody can go to Whole Foods. And that truth also applies to people. When you make yourself available to any and everybody, when you just give everything away, give it all, bear all, nobody really has to work to get on your calendar. Um, you answer everybody's phone call on the first ring. You got kids, and if you give them everything that they want when they want it, I mean, are those kids going to respect you the same as if you actually placed some standards or you said no to them and put your foot down? You know, it's amazing how saying no forces people to see you more clearly than they would if you just said yes to everything. See, what happens when you become too familiar or too accessible to people? They underestimate your value. They take you for granted. They don't see or recognize or appreciate your greatness until you're gone, right? If you are bidding for a contract, if you negotiate your worth, your price point, and that gets shared with other organizations, then you'll never really truly get paid what you're truly worth until you say no and put your foot down and be willing to walk away until that organization, if they really, really want you, they will meet you at the place of your value. And I've had that happen before. I remember a couple of years ago, this organization wanted me to speak. They wanted me to speak, but they didn't want to pay me what I was asking for. They wanted to heavily discount my speaker fee. And I finally said to them, you know what? I'm just not the one for you. And I politely declined their invitation to speak, because I recognize that if they couldn't meet me at the place of my value, then I'm not for them. I'm not for them. I want to speak at places where they recognize my value and they're willing to pay for it. Do you know that organization called me back in the next 2 days and said, okay, we'll meet you at this price? They would have never done that if I hadn't said no. I'm not going to accept this price. This is my price. And either you can afford me or you can't. I didn't say it that way, but that was how I was thinking. And they came around and paid me. But what else happens when you become too familiar or too accessible to people? They blow you off. They blow you off. It's like, when if they don't take you seriously. And here's the thing, when you become too available to people, too accessible, answering that phone call on the first ring when you probably should just let it ring, or just responding to text messages right away or calling people back. I mean, people will eventually treat you like an option instead of a priority. I'll let that hit. People, think about some relationships that you have. And I'm not just talking about personal relationships. I'm thinking of those professional relationships as well. Is if you don't measure the access that you give to people, they will treat you like an option instead of a priority. I have found that advancing in this life has a lot to do with your alignment. Who are you aligning with? How is your time aligned with your vision, your goals? How are you aligning the energy, your gifts, your resources? Are they in alignment with the right people, the right spaces, the right opportunities? People who advance very far in their life, in their personal and professional journeys, is because there's alignment, there's agreement, they're saying yes to the right opportunities and no to the wrong opportunities. Is your life in alignment? It's up to you to preserve and grow your own value with diligence and consistency. And here's some reminders that have served me along the way, and I hope this serves you. First, number one, make self-maximization my ultimate goal. In other words, am I consistently growing and becoming a better version of myself every day? I think about my health. I think about my fitness. I think about my money. I think about my decisions. I think about how I spend my time. All of those things matter. Am I making the right choices that's going to help me, Juliet Hall, be a better woman, be a better leadership consultant, be a better speaker? Am I adding value? I can't add value to other people's life if I'm not growing myself. So make self-maximization your ultimate goal. It's my ultimate goal. So that's the first reminder. The second reminder, don't give everyone your time. I don't give everyone my time. I learned to say no to people that want to meet with me for lunch, or people that want to just talk to me and ask me questions, maybe about my book, people that I don't even know. And as much as I want to help people, I've come to recognize there's an opportunity cost associated with my time. And my time is very valuable. And if you're not going to pay me for my time, well, I have to be very selective on who I say yes to, what I say yes to, because I just don't believe in giving everything away for free. You have to assign value to your time. So don't give everyone your time, because when you meet people for lunch, you're not just meeting people for that 1 hour of lunch. Usually the lunch is like an hour and a half, but you got to prepare for it, which could take an hour. Then you got to drive to the location, which depending on where you live, that could take another hour. So meeting someone for a 1 hour lunch could actually be a 3 hour, maybe 4 hour time frame that you could be using that 4 hours to be working on something else that will pay you money. So think about that. Don't give everyone your time. Number 3, stay on purpose. Keep working towards fulfilling your vision. Okay. So purpose is inside of you. Think about your daydreams. Think about your goals, what you want to be known for, what success looks like for you, what kind of impact you want to have on others. Think on those things and work on them. Okay. Stay on purpose. Stay on purpose. 4, remember that you are wonderfully made by your Creator, who has given you the ability to obtain wealth. All right. You are wonderfully made by your Creator. You are so unique. There's nobody else in this world like you, even down to the thumbprint. Nobody has the same thumbprint or fingerprints that you have. You're unique and you're wonderfully made. And don't ever forget that. And there are certain abilities that you have. There are certain gifts, talents, resources that you have that need to be developed, that should be developed, because those are the things that could open up doors of opportunity for you. You can meet new people. Your gifts make room for you and they put you in the presence of important people. And so your Creator, my Creator, has given us those inherent abilities, but it's up to us to do something with it, to develop it and share it so that we can have the type of access we want. Number 5, connect with people and opportunities that align with your vision and values. I think about an organization that I'm a part of that I love dearly, and I've had several people ask me to run for office. And my response is no. Going back to that opportunity cost, I could consume myself in a leadership role within this organization, which requires a lot of time and patience. Or I can focus on my own personal goals. I need to start writing my second book. All right. And I don't want anything to take away from that. So alignment, again, alignment. I say yes to the opportunities that serve me, because when I do, when I focus on that, and when I'm building myself and working on my work, I'm able to serve people in a greater way, in a far greater capacity than if I just said yes to every opportunity that came my way. Oh, Juliet, run for this office or serve on this board. I don't have to do that. I don't say yes to everything anymore. And there was a time where anybody wanted me to serve on their board. I said yes, because I just thought that made me look more and more important. No, not necessarily. It took so much of my time, and I was helping other people achieve their goals. And some of these opportunities, I didn't even really care for that much. I just thought that it looked good to be a part of this certain circle. Now, wisdom tells me what my elders told me, and that is, don't be so available. Don't be so common. See, I don't want to give myself away in order to lose myself. I would much rather say no politely so that I preserve myself, so that I have room and space to grow myself, because I want to always increase my value. And that leads me to number 6. Don't say yes to everything. Don't say yes to everything. Here's what you say yes to. Say yes to the obvious things, like anybody that you love and care for, and you have a duty to serve them, to protect them. You say yes to those people. And even within that context, there are certain boundaries that you have to assert. When it comes to your time, and when people want to meet with you, if they're willing to pay you for your time, if they're willing to pay you to pick your brain or to get advice, they got to pay for something. Make them pay. Okay. If they're willing to compensate you for your time, yeah, you can say yes to that. That's allowed. Okay. Say yes to the causes that you care about, to the people that you care about. If you want to invest in a certain relationship or get to know someone, anything that benefits you, anything that's going to help you move down the track of life closer to your goals, say yes to those things. But whatever is going to distract you, whatever is going to make you lose yourself, lose a part of yourself, those are the things that you say no to. See, the right opportunities, and when I say opportunities, I don't just mean work related. I'm even talking about relationships, because a relationship, a personal relationship, that's an opportunity. The right opportunity will always maximize you. It will not minimize you. So if you are with a significant other and you feel like you are losing your individuality, you feel like you are shrinking, you feel bad about yourself, it's not the right opportunity. The right opportunity is going to meet you at the place of your value. The right opportunity is actually going to grow your value. Okay. All right. Number 7. Wherever there's tension or discomfort, say no. That's what you say no to. Whatever doesn't feel right to you, whatever gives you pause, whatever does not align. Again, there's that word align, alignment. Whatever doesn't align with your belief system, your vision, values, where there is no alignment, say no. And I emphasize that because there are so many people that make decisions without thinking it through, without being intentional. You have to be intentional with your life. You have to be intentional about preserving and growing your value. You got to know what to say yes to and what to say no to. You have to pay attention to the tension. So if there's something that you're wrestling with, pause, ask yourself, how is this benefiting me? What value is it for me in there for me? And if there's no value in it for you, it's not for you. It's not meant for you. All right. Number 8, enforce your boundaries. Enforce your boundaries. Because when you enforce the boundaries that you set for yourself, it makes it easier to say no. When I am speaking to people and when I'm talking about vision, part of the reason why having a vision for your life is so important is because when you are clear about the destination, where you want to go, when there is clarity there, and you're locked in, set, ready to go, it's easy to say no to things. No, I can't do that right now. No, I can't run for office right now because I am working on something for myself and it requires my time. No, I cannot give to your organization at this present time. I may be able to give $5 instead of the $50 that you're asking for because I need this money. You don't have to say all of that, but in your mind, you need to be thinking, no, I can't give you everything that you ask for. I might be able to give you a little bit, but I can't give you everything because I need this money over here applied to a goal that I have or a goal for my family. I need to set this aside for something else that is a higher priority than your organization. See, but you see, this is why you can't say yes. You go broke saying yes to everything. When people ask you to donate to their causes, I mean, I can't tell you how many bags of popcorn I have bought for somebody's fundraiser. All right, number 9, walk away amicably from anyone, any organization, any opportunity that doesn't meet you at the place of your value. Walk away. Walk away. Block them if you need to block them or her. Politely say no. I'm not for you. I'm not the one for you. I had another speaking engagement that was presented to me by someone that I know, actually. And she didn't want to compensate me. I said, no, I'm not speaking at your event because you're asking me to deliver expertise in an engaging, inspiring way to women. And it takes time to do that. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can curate an engaging exchange with people. It takes time and effort and energy, lots of preparation. She didn't want to pay me for my time. I said no. And number 10, this is one that I know so well. Forgive yourself for every hiccup, hang up, or hookup that didn't serve you, and move on. All right. I hope this message resonates with you. Just know that you are special. Know that you have value, that you have purpose, that you have meaning, that you matter. You have to be intentional. You have to be consistent, and you've got to be unapologetic. All right. I hope this message encourages someone. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out some of my other videos on YouTube. All right. Bye.